Hello and greetings. Gloomhaven is here, and the Guildmaster update has just dropped into open beta. So, we are going to play through the beginning of it and see what the new learning experience looks like. Hopefully my voice is not too annoying. Give me feedback if you like. And let's go, without further ado. Do a new adventure here. Oh, look at that. Split gold. Okay, enter party name. Let's just do it on normal. We're not trying to prove anything today. Also note that there's now an insane mode, which is +2. Not just the hard mode that's the normal solo bump. But today I do not care. Hit confirm and see what we can see. Should be going through some basic tutorials. Here we go. The Trainer. Welcome, Guildmaster. I'm the Guild Trainer, and I'm here to guide you through setting up your own mercenary guild. Let's start you guiding the Brute through this first tutorial. Before we get to the action, you'll want to acquaint yourself with how to adjust your view of the battlefield, so let's go over the camera controls. WASD, well, WSAD. Q, E, mouse wheel up and down, rotate. Okay, we did it. In Gloomhaven, you control a party of mercenaries, each equipped with a deck of ability cards. These cards are how your mercenaries will explore dungeons, fight enemies, and loot treasure. At the beginning of each round, the first thing to do is to select 2 cards for each mercenary to use on their turn. In this tutorial, the Brute has just 3 cards at his disposal, and as you can see, highlighted on the left, Grab and Go, Trample, and Provoking Roar. Provoking Roar is grayed out to indicate that it is currently discarded, well, smoky, for the sake of the tutorial, so for now let's just select the 2 cards the Brute has available. Select Trample. See how the question mark next to the Brute's portrait at the top of the screen has changed into a number? This shows his initiative. The number next to first card you select. Probably screenshot that there. Sorry for the interruption. Go. Anyway, back to it. The number next to first card you select determines the character's initiative for the round. The lower the number, the earlier in the round the character will act. Since there are no other characters visible right now, it will immediately be the Brute's turn anyhow. Select Grab and Go. End selection. Brute's turn. Now it is the Brute's turn. Time to choose some actions. Each half of a card represents an action comprised of 1 or more abilities. You get to use 2 actions per turn, and you can pick any of the 4 card halves on the left to use as your first action. But note that you must then use the opposite side of the other card for your second. For example, here you can use either the top half of Trample and the bottom half of Grab and Go, or the bottom half of Trample and the top half of Grab and Go. There's nothing for the Brute to do in this room, so you'll want to proceed through the door to see what lies beyond with a move ability. Grab and Go's bottom half lets the Brute move 4 hexes, which is enough to get through the door. Let's use that. Click the bottom half of Grab and Go. Click the highlighted doorway hex. Either click on the doorway hex again, or click the open door button to confirm the move. This room contains your first enemy, a bandit guard. Like player characters, monsters also select actions for their turn. Let's find out what this bandit is planning to do this round by hovering over his portrait. Hover over the portrait. Whilst hovered, you can see the bandit's intentions this round. He plans to move and attack. Whereas player characters get 2 actions per turn, monsters only get 1, albeit often with multiple abilities within. Notice how this bandit has a lower initiative than the Brute, and would have acted before the Brute this round had he been visible. As it is currently the Brute's turn, however, you'll get to finish his turn before the bandit can act. Let's get the Brute close enough to use the attack on Trample's top half as the second action for the turn. Select the highlighted hex next to the bandit. Now that you've finished using Grab and Go for the turn, it is discarded, and no longer usable until you return it to hand via resting. More on that later. For now, time to attack. Select the top half of Trample, select the Bandit Guard, select the Bandit Guard again. Whenever you attack, an attack modifier is drawn from your character's modifier deck, and that value is applied to your attack. In this case, you can see above the Bandit Guard that a +0 modifier was drawn, so your attack still just deals its base value of 3 damage. For this tutorial, we will only have +0 modifiers in effect, to keep things simple. We'll explore the other attack modifiers later. Click End Turn. Now it is the Bandit's turn. As we saw on his card earlier, he intends to move and then perform a melee attack for 3 damage. However, as he is already within melee range of the Brute, he will simply forego moving and get straight to the attack. Ouch! While monsters always take damage directly to their hit points, whenever a player character is damaged, you are presented with 3 options. Firstly, you can simply take the damage to your character's hit point total. However, if this is reduced to 0, this character is exhausted, which means they can no longer act in this scenario. If all of your mercenaries are exhausted, you will lose the scenario. Secondly, you can choose to burn 2 discarded ability cards instead of receiving the damage. If you burn a card, it can no longer be recovered by resting. However, if you were to burn 2 of Brute's cards here, he would not have enough cards left for the following turn, and thus would be exhausted. Finally, you can choose to burn 1 available card. This option is grayed out, as all of the Brute's cards are currently discarded. It is usually wise to take the damage over burning cards if possible, lest you run out of cards to finish the scenario with. For now, let's opt to just take the 3 damage, as the Brute has enough health to survive. Like they planned it. The Bandit's turn is now over. As he was the last character to act, it is the end of the round, and a new round begins. During ability card selection, if you have at least 2 discarded cards, then you may perform a long or short rest to recover some of them. All of the Brute's ability cards are currently discarded. Long rest does not count as a card, and as such he will have to rest to continue. Short rest will burn 1 of your discarded cards at random, losing it for the rest of the scenario, but will recover all other discarded cards before continuing your turn as normal, so you can recover cards to use immediately in this very turn. Long rest takes up the whole turn, and is used instead of selecting 2 ability cards, giving the character an initiative of 99. However, you not only get to choose which card to burn instead of it being at random, but the character will perform a Heal 2 action and refresh all item cards. Choosing to long rest here would be certain death if the Bandit draws an attack card for the round, as the Brute has neither health nor cards to spare, so let's choose to short rest. Click Short Rest. Click Yes. Grab and Go has been randomly selected as the card to burn. Once per short rest, you can opt to redraw the random card to burn at the cost of 1 damage, but since the Brute has only 1 health, this is not an option. You can see Grab and Go is now dark red to indicate it is burned and no longer usable in the current scenario. In exchange, Trample and Provoking Roar have been returned to hand and are available to use again. Both the Brute and the Bandit are near death, so it is crucial to go as early as possible in the round to get the first attack. Remember, the first card you choose determines the Brute's initiative, so let's choose Provoking Roar to maximize the chance Brute is up first with a low initiative of 10. Select Provoking Roar. It won't let me. Select Trample. End selection. Now that we are in the same room as the Bandit, we can see that the enemies draw their ability cards each round directly after the players, so you won't know what they'll be doing or what their initiatives will be until this point in each round. It appears the Bandit was planning to once again use a move and an attack, but because you chose to act quickly with an initiative of 10, he won't have those active until after the Brute's turn due to a slower initiative of 50. Let's get him. Select the top half of Trample. Select the Bandit Guard. Click again. Got him. Do you see that gold on the floor that the Bandit left behind? To pick it up, you need to use a loot ability. One important rule of Gloomhaven to bear in mind is that you don't automatically loot treasure. If you want it, you'll have to pick it up before the scenario ends. Loot abilities can appear on ability cards, but often the easiest way to collect it is to end your turn on a hex that contains a gold pile. So let's move the Brute onto the gold before the end of his turn with his remaining action. But wait, look at Provoking Roar. It doesn't have a move ability on the bottom half's action, so how can the brute reach the gold? This is where default actions, come in handy. To the left and right of the central initiative value are two small default action buttons. These allow the character to perform a melee attack for 2 instead of the top action, or a default move attack, a default move of 2 instead of the bottom action. Click the default move button on Provoking Roar. Click the highlighted hex and confirm. Since you only need to move 1 hex for the brute to reach the gold, we can skip the remaining movement using the skip button below. Skip movement and turn. Great work! Not only did you vanquish the, lone bandit guard, you've even managed to pick up a few pieces of gold. With the basics covered, it's now time to introduce you to some slightly more dangerous scenarios. Victory. That's an important one. Press R to rotate your attack shapes. Welcome to your first training mission. You've learned the basics, but now you must help the gravely wounded brute deal with an elite bandit archer, a stronger enemy with greater stats than normal. With only a single hit point remaining, any amount of damage getting through will cause the brute to become exhausted. As such, you will have to avoid any incoming damage by burning cards. For the sake of training, the attack modifier decks will all be zeros for now, but don't worry about those. For now. Your objectives to start are, take down the archer with a single attack, and loot the gold she drops. Surely you can handle that. Okay, so, excuse me. Go fast with a 15 and overwhelming assault since I know it'll do 6 points. Move 1, attack 2, range 3. Right, we have to burn cards. Burn 1 available card. And we'll burn Bear Dagger. Then we'll attack for 6. Overwhelming Assault is a powerful card, but such power comes at a cost. Actions like Overwhelming Assault's top half with the flaming card icon in the corner cause the card to be burned once used, meaning you can't use it again in this scenario. Time to grab that gold. As you can see here, this is the burn. Good job. With no enemies left and your objectives complete, the scenario normally would have ended already, leaving that chest behind. However, for the sake of training, I'm going to set you another objective. Loot the chest. Before you rush headlong into that trap, you might want to heal up a bit first. I'd suggest taking a long rest, which will let you heal 2 and recover enough discarded cards, allowing you to withstand the 2 damage from the trap and reach the chest. Okay, so we're just going to long rest here, and selection. Select a discarded card to burn. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Move onto the trap and take the damage. Take the damage. Move onto the chest. And skip any remaining movement. Look to remaining action and skip it. And we got Boots of Striding. Ooh, those Boots of Striding will come in handy next time you need a little extra mobility. Right, on to the next part of your training. So it's pretty, thorough, by comparison. It looks like. So you've learned about the basic attack and move abilities, but this time we're going to use some abilities with additional effects. A move action with a jump modifier will help you here. Jump allows you to cross tiles with obstacles or enemies and move over traps without triggering them. Those boots we picked up last time can be used to increase a move action by 2 hexes. That should enable you to get up close and personal this turn. You need to get the first hit in this round, but be aware that archers can act pretty quickly. Your objectives are, use a jump movement to get over the traps, and disarm the archer before she attacks. Good luck. So I have to use my fastest skill card anyway for the disarm. And then leaping cleave for the jump. Right, grab and go does not jump. End selection. So she's going to go on 44, but we'll have stunned her before that. Move 3, add boots, move here. Skip movement, and disarm. You did it! Not only did you get a decent hit with Provoking Roar, but thanks to the disarm effect, the archer couldn't attack for a turn. She's low on health, so you should be able to finish her off. Your objectives this turn are kill the archer, jump over the traps, and loot the chest. Remember, you have to finish it this round. Okay, so I got a short rest, obviously. Get rid of that. I guess we will leaping cleave and overwhelm. Oh, remember that a short rest will allow you to recover cards. Use immediately this very turn. Long rest takes up the whole turn and is used instead of selecting 2 ability cards. Giving the character an initiative of 99, you need to win this round. Yeah, I know. We need the jump, and we need, I mean, honestly, anything, right? We've got all zeros, so we can't miss. We'll just do those two. Okay. Attack 6. Get that XP. I don't actually know if that counts, but... There we go. We got a minor healing potion. Nice work. A short rest, solid stab, and a jump onto the chest. You certainly earned that healing potion. What are you doing? Go away. Exit dungeon. To be a successful mercenary, you need to read enemies' actions and plan your moves around them. Your objectives sound simple enough. Don't get attacked. You'll need to try again if the enemies manage to land a hit. First, you'll need to escape this room by opening that door in front of you, but be aware that enemies in the next room will also get to act this round. My advice, act quickly, but look carefully at what actions the enemies are going to take. You should be able to find a safe place to stand, out of reach of all attacks. Alright, we gotta go fast. We gotta go far. Conceptually. We don't know what's... I mean, we know what room is on the other side, right? We can see the shape. And it's a big T room. So who knows? Maybe we have to go far. So we're going to do move 4. Okay, so we won the initiative. Okay, what are they doing? Move 1, attack range 3. So 1, 1, 2, 3. They can't get me. And this is move 2, attack 2. 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. So don't move. I did it. Nice work on avoiding the attackers in both rooms. Opening a door will always add more enemies to deal with, so it's not something to rush into. But that was a tricky situation and your only way to survive. The good news is, you only need to avoid getting attacked for one more round to win this mission. You'll find it much harder to find a safe space this time, so maybe you need to prevent an attack a different way. I wonder how I could prevent an attack a different way. Oh. I mean, I'm going to disarm, so I don't need the shove. I'll use the jump. Move 2, attack 2, range 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I got to go over here. And these guys are going to move to attack 2, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I just got to go over behind this guy and disarm him. That's that. Victory. You know what? You're starting to look like a professional. Disarm is a pretty powerful ability, isn't it? And combined with an initiative of 10 makes Provoking Roar a really good card to get you out of nasty scrapes. Time for another test, and then I think you'll be ready to start exploring the world and recruiting mercenaries to our guild. Let's talk about attack modifiers. During your training, characters have always drawn a +0 attack modifier, meaning their attacks have dealt the exact damage value specified on the cards. This is not how things really work around here. Normally, every attacking character will draw an attack modifier which influences the damage dealt. These can increase the attacks by +1, +2, ×2, decrease by -1, -2, or ×0, or leave the value unaffected with a +0. You can see these modifiers by hovering over any character. These archers have 2 attack modifiers remaining in their decks, a crit and a null. We'll just call them that. We want them to draw the null, and to do that we need to give them disadvantage. Ranged attacks have disadvantage when their target is on an adjacent hex, forcing them to draw 2 modifiers cards, and choosing the worst result. As these archers only have 2 modifiers remaining with disadvantage, they will draw both, but only use the null, meaning the attack will cause 0 damage. That will only work for one archer, so we need to kill the other with a ranged attack, which should be easy as the Brute's attack modifier deck is full of +1s for this mission. Your objectives are: stand next to one of the archers to give her disadvantage, kill the other archer with a ranged attack. Okay, well, Spare Dagger's a ranged attack. And 1, 2, 3... go here. Okay. Range 3, attack 3, range 4. So we'll go here. Just like that. Did you see her draw the ×2 and the ×0? Disadvantage forced her to draw 2 attack modifiers, but she had to use the worst one. Also, your Spare Dagger drew a +1, meaning you did 4 damage total, killing the other one. Your final objective is, kill the last archer, loot the chest. Okay. Okay. Spare Dagger, Leaping Cleave. Of course, I have only +1, so I don't really need to move away from her. It'd be cool if they put a -1 in there, so if you spaced out and didn't move away first, to get rid of your own disadvantage. But whatever, I'm going to do it the real way. There we go. And we got a heater shield. Very nice. Brute getting equipped. Excellent, a heater shield. That's going to help soak up some damage. You've finished your basic training missions. Now it's time to introduce some character-specific tactics and get you to start exploring. Where are we at here? 24 minutes? We can keep going. Great work getting through the first training missions. It's now time to introduce you to the 3rd member of your guild. He's not much of a fighter, though. Hey, not all of us can be experts at stabbing people in the chest. Greetings, Guildmaster. I'm the merchant of your fledgling guild, and I deal with the important stuff. Money, which at the moment is sorely lacking. This here is the world map, which is looking a bit barren at the moment, partly due to you not actually having a guild, and partly because the realm is kind of overrun with unpleasant monsters. We'll come to them in a bit, but first we need to get some mercs on the roster, so let's start with the Brute, who's got himself into a bit of a bother again. You know, I thought I had the Brute. Oh, he's in an observatory. I am Brute. Yet again, the Brute finds himself in a precarious situation. If you can get him out safely, he should join the guild. Damn well should. Travel? I am Brute. The trainer tells you to head to the Demon's Gate graveyard, and there you find a mausoleum with a smashed-in front door. Walking down the steps into the gloom below, you follow a trail of broken bones until you hear the sounds of battle. Entering a chamber, the badly wounded brute is facing off against a number of undead. Like the picture? Cool. Objective: kill a living bones using a pierce attack. Kill the remaining living bones this turn. Survive the round by applying shield and using a health potion. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. It's time to start looking at more specific abilities for the brute, as we have 2 elite living bones to deal with, and they are now level 1 with upgraded stats. Or were they level 0 before? In this case, they both have a shield 1 value indicated by the shield icon, which prevents 1 damage from incoming attacks, although it is ignored when targeted with a pierce attack. As you are so low on cards, you can't afford to burn any cards, and you need to be aware that living bones can often attack more than once per turn. Your first objectives are: kill 1 living bones using a pierce attack, apply some shield of your own, use your health potion. That should help you survive this round. Okay, so we need shield. We need trample, because that's got the pierce on it. Obviously, pierce will only counter as many as pierce 2, so if they had 3 shields, it would only 2 of them. And the selection. Okay. These are elites, so they hit 3 times. And they have a full set of attack modifiers too. Huh. Okay, well, we'll attack for 3. Do I? I have all zeros, so. Attack for 3. Kill this one. We did it. Use a health potion. Shield up. Very good. Now we'll get hit 3 times. Oh, let's use this shield. One. Okay. Well, that attack was pretty brutal, but as you can see, your shield prevented enough damage to keep you alive that round. I mean, it wouldn't have if I hadn't used the heater shield. Okay, just 1 new objective left. Simply kill the remaining living bones. But yeah, he's got quite a lot of health. My advice here is to get acquainted with the push ability. It goes great with traps. Oh, and you should know that shield only prevents damage from attacks. It's no help against traps. Oh, look, there's 2 traps right here that each do 3 points of damage, so I guess we should probably do this and this. And selection. Huh. That worked. Take that gold too. Brilliant work. The brute has decided that adventuring alone isn't best for his health, and he's agreed to be the first member of your guild. Let's get out of this dusty crypt and find someone to join him. Oh. Interesting. We've now got a great defensive character who can soak up damage, to a certain degree, but he's not the most mobile, to a certain degree. Do you know anyone good at grabbing gold? Money is going to be pretty important for getting this guild off the ground. Oh, I wonder who it could be. I know just the woman. She's also pretty good at stabbing people with knives. Head over here, where I think she's in the process of liberating some gold right now. Okay. A blade in the night. The trainer has pointed you to the location of your second potential recruit. Let's go. I guess there's no road events at this point. That'd be pretty weird. The trainer points you in the direction of a ruined crypt on the outskirts of town. Dead bandits litter the area, many with knives still embedded in their corpses. It's clear they didn't see their attacker coming. Objective, kill 3 archers before they attack this round. Loot at least 5 tiles this round. Special rules, lose in 3 rounds. Okay. This is the Scoundrel. She is great at acting fast, incredibly mobile, and able to combo off huge amounts of melee damage. Let's help her out of this sticky situation. First you need to kill 3 archers this round before they attack. You'll certainly need to use her multiple target attack, plus work out how to kill the 3rd archer. I wonder. So, throwing knives and smoke bomb. Alright, we'll do that and that. Do I still have all zeros? I do. Oh man, look at all that money. There we go. That worked. Feels good picking off different targets at the same time, doesn't it? Now your final objective is, loot at least 5 piles of gold this last round. Remember that sometimes the top half of a card ability allows you to move. You should be aware that the loot ability picks up all gold within the ability's radius, so work out where you need to be and go looting. Short rest, yes. Don't need it. So we need loot too, and then we need quick hands because it's going to move on the top. And there we go. Ooh, look at all that. That's nice. Good job, Scoundrel. You're the best. Right, let me take care of that gold. No, that's Scoundrel's gold. It looks like the Scoundrel's on board now. We've got enough marks for a mission. Exit dungeon. Claim rewards. Scoundrel. The first thing we should do is establish a trade route with Gibbet Hill to the west. They've had a small problem with bandits in the woodland en route. Nothing that should cause you any trouble. That'll give you some much needed experience on the job and allow me to get some new stock in. Go knock some heads together. Okay. Look at it draw the little road. Bandits are blocking the road to Gibbet Hill. Drive them away. Oh, neat. Like almost the same route, but it moves around a little bit. Travel. Toss a coin to your hangman. The references are coming in now. The road is deserted as you make your way towards Gibbet Hill. Clearly trade has been locked down for many months, with few daring to venture along the main highways. As the track wends its way through a wooded area, you hear a twig crack in the undergrowth. It seems your quarry may have found you. Kill all enemies in all rooms. That's how we play this game. Killing all the enemies in all the rooms. Yes, indeed. Right, this is your first proper fight. There are 2 clearings with a couple of bandits each. Remember what I've taught you, and don't enter the second clearing until you are ready. You can also set your starting location here, so bear that in mind when starting your first turn. Okay. Suppose we'll move here. And here. Might as well. What are we gonna do? They do go pretty quick. Do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That, and we'll do this and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. There's an X card in here. Interesting. Just that one. Do that one. Probably fine. Look at that, we're first. Yay us. That's the trap drop too. Okay. What are our... Oh, we've got regular decks now. Ooh, there's gold up here too. Wait. Isn't it supposed to be closest? Wouldn't that have made more sense? I don't know. Well, might as well get rid of these traps, or I could use Thieves' Neck. Get some XP. But, let's do this. No, let's do this and this. And this and that should be fine. Very good. Oh, loot one. Let's do this and this. And I guess we'll just move over. Let's pick up all the gold. We might as well. Okay. Okay, I gotta move 6. Don't have invisibility, but that's probably fine. What is it they say about running through doors with the, with low card counts? I mean, it's at halfway right now, so I didn't miss any gold, did I? So there's only two guys in this room, probably. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, look at all the gold. What are they doing? Move 3, attack 1. 1, 2, 3. Can I probably not kill him there? If I go over here. Got attacked once. I'll just pick up the gold. Oh, damage. I think I can just use it too. That's not how that card usually works. Short rest. Yeah, let's just run really far down here. I want that gold too. Move 1, attack 2. Okay, but range 2? No big deal. Do I still have the... I do. Hey. Block it with the shield. I don't want to kill him. I want to pick up all the gold. You have a loot card too, right? Yes, you do. Although it's a top half. Well, I don't think I can actually kill him like this, so we might as well. Perfect. Short rest. Let's get the bottom half. Oh, that's got one too. Burn spare dagger. Okay, so we want trample and grab and go. And we want I don't know. This and that. Okay. Poisoned. Oh, right. Shield. Oh well. Just do that and that. And not much here. Almost made it back. And that is that. think I picked up all the gold. I don't even know if I get to keep the gold. Unlock Gibbet Hill. Ah, the joyous sound of gold coins. Do you think I should get some mana potions in stock? That said, I have no idea what you'd actually use them for. Some kind of amazing cocktail? This probably means it's a good time to teach you how to use magic, and I know a spellweaver who should be able to help us out. Last I heard from her, she was researching a stone circle in a forest near Gibbet Hill. Master the Elements, a friendly magic user is in need of some of your tactical knowledge. I think I'm going to call the video here. We will do some more tutorial in the next video. Hopefully this was interesting. It's the new Guildmaster mode. Obviously, it was still the very beginning. There's a lot more from what I've heard to explore. But we made it through the basic tutorial, which was very instructive, honestly, and I'm impressed by how much they're really going over here to really kind of get new players, especially, well, mainly, understanding the intricacies of the game. So, amazing effort so far, and I'll be back later with some more content. And thank you very much for watching. And I guess, I don't know, like and subscribe if I'm supposed to say that. I think I'm supposed to say that. Thanks for coming by. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.